Tina is in New York. Hi, Tina. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show. How can John Deloney and I help you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Tina.
What's up?
All right, so just to let you know, I'm a huge fan of yours. I listen to you almost every day, and we went through your program almost 15 years ago and successfully, went through the whole program, completed it. Sometimes the word Dave is still a bad name in my house.
I can imagine.
So I have 4 children ranging from the ages of 20 to 24. I had a set of twins in there, so don't get nervous. We were lucky enough, because of going through this program, to be able to get our kids through college debt-free and buy them all their first used car in cash.
Wow.
Now, my oldest daughter is 24, just graduated college this year, and just got a job as a nurse, making $75,000.
Great.
And she refused to live at home after she graduated, so I kind of talked her into buying a house instead of throwing money away at rent. She had enough money in her savings for a down payment, and an emergency fund, but I told her she had to pay that money back within the next 1 or 2 years. So, but now she's been talking about getting a new car, or getting another car and financing it, and also wants to get a credit card because now she can afford it. And when I try to talk to her to get her, to understand, she gets combative with me and says that, I'm not financially supporting her anymore, and she's not living at home, so I can't control her anymore, and that she's an adult and she has to learn by her own mistakes.
You know what? You know what the problem is? She's right.
I was going to say, you should take my seat here. You're better at this than I am.
Well, it's frustrating because...
Oh, it's so frustrating. I think the hardest part, Tina, I think the hardest parenting you ever do is with grown children, because stupid is not illegal.
What I'll tell you, Tina...
How would you have a conversation with her to get her...
I think you've had too many.
Yeah, you've had them. You've had them. And here's the deal. You've lived it. You've set the example. She's going to get maxed out. She's going to fall down, and she's going to remember Mom was right, and then she's going to... There's that
so
great...
You let them go through that hole? You let them go in that hole, and she's going to...
It's not your choice.
There's not a let... There is, right? There's that old quote, that old quote by Mark Twain that was, man, when I was 14, my dad was the dumbest guy I ever met, and I was stunned when I turned 21 at how much he had learned in 7 years. Like my parents, man, when I was just graduated college, my mom and dad had so much to learn, and the older I get, man, they are so wise and so loving and so remarkable. So she'll come back. She'll come back, but just hitting her over a stick is going to drive her further away.
What you're doing is not working, Tina.
Right.
So
this was your daughter.
This was my daughter. Here's what I would do.
Yeah.
I would have to let her go because she's 24 and stupid's not illegal. Now, what I have learned with grown kids, because they work here, and I'm also their boss in some cases, so but even then I treat them like I do another team member. And that is, I give them the dignity of being an adult, not a child. And you're still treating her with your mom voice, kiddo. She ain't going to hear your mom voice anymore. She just put you on notice. No more mom voice. And so what you're going to have to use is your friend voice. Have you got some friends that are that have kids about the same age?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If one of those kids was misbehaving, you would use a different language and a different tone to convince and persuade them than you've been using with your daughter. Wouldn't you?
Okay.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to go off the deep end and say I'm taking you out of my will if you get a credit card.
No. She's not doing drugs. She's getting a credit card. There's a difference. Okay, I agree she's being stupid and really disrespectful because she grew up in a financial peace household. I get that. It's offensive. It's worrisome. It's all those things. But no, the only shot you have at persuading a grown child is the persuasion tone of a friend, not the mother octave. When I drop into my dad octave and they hear me being daddy, they're tapes from their childhood start playing in their head, then instantaneously something switches in their head and the shields go up and they go, wait just a dadgum minute, I'm an adult. You don't get to treat me that way anymore. And that's exactly what she's saying. And I've seen people do it in my friend circle, because we're about the same age, Tina, and we've got these grown kids issues. And, you know, they don't even treat their own kids the way I think they should.
Well, and Tina, you mentioned something that I just want to speak to. This is your oldest daughter. She's graduated college. She's now a nurse. That means she can stick needles in people and help sew people up and all this stuff. You're going to have to exhale and let her grow up. And I know that as having number one here, that's hard. She didn't want to move back in with you. It would have been so good to get all your chickens back in the nest.
Ain't coming.
She's a grown-up chicken. She got to fly. And she's gonna fall down. She's going to get chased by coyotes and whatever, but she's going to be all right because you raised her right, and you raised her with values, and you raised her to be connected and to love you, but you got to let her go.
The horrible thing is you raise them up to be successful adults, and then dadgum, they don't do it.
Without you. Without you.
I raise them up to leave, and then they do.
My promise is I'm going to hug my daughter Josephine for you extra tonight, just for you. That's my promise. Yeah.
And that's what you need to do. Just say, honey, I love you. And even when you're stupid, I still love you. That's all you can do. Yeah.
Thanks for the call.
That's a really good call. It's very important. Because it really is. I mean, you get the call all the time. These people that are, you know, how do I get my friend to not lease the car? How do I get my daughter to not? How do I get my mom and dad to save money? They're in their 50s and they misbehave their whole lives, and they're going to retire broke, and I'm going to have to feed them later.
You don't.
You know, well, you can't.
You can control.
It's outside your locus of control.
And your action.
It's not your control. The only thing you can control is you. And God, it's so frustrating to watch people you love bring harm to themselves because of their stupidity. It's very frustrating.
Just letting them know I'll be here when you get back.